I want to talk about the curse that's upon us. Not only the curse that God put upon mankind for not following His 10 Commandments, because He already told us about them and they choose not to. And He already told it in Deuteronomy and even Leviticus. He's telling you that not following my commandments, these things will happen to you. Because I am of good. I'm telling you, when you're serving an idol, and the idol have entities of Satan, and you following these things, and I'm telling you I'm not of those things, and you're following those things and offering things to it, and I'm telling you that I'm not of that, and you're following that, I'm telling you I'm not of that. Now, it's still happening to this day, and we need to understand that we are separated. We have to understand about the cross. We have to understand about Easter. We have to understand about Christmas. These are the things that's about to come upon us right now. And we have to understand it ourselves now before these things happen. Because we've been celebrating these holidays for a very long time. And we're in the last days. And if we don't buckle up now, and we keep doing these things, what make any sense? You understand what I'm saying to you? What sense does it make if you keep doing these things, if you understand that these things are not good for you? These things are not good. These are things that are not God. You're still doing it. And we're saying that, don't do it. Don't do these things. Do not celebrate these holidays. It's not of God. And you're still doing it. We have to let these things go. We have to stop converting. And this is a part of the 10 Commandments. Converting to the ways of the Gentiles, doing the things the Gentiles do. We already know who these Gentiles are. These are the Greeks and the Romans. The Greeks and Romans is a part of the politics and a part of all the things that's going on in this world right now. They're part of the distraction. They control most of the stuff that we eat, buy, sell, everything. And we have to understand that we have to separate ourselves from them. And they're going to separate themselves from us. And that's how this thing that's going to bad happen, that's going on for us, because we are against the things that they are for. And for us to separate now to make us so it don't affect us. You understand what I'm saying to you? We have to separate ourselves from the world. It's like taking a candy from a baby. You hear what I'm saying to you? Make you love sin so much and then take it from you. Now you're going to cry and bitter and want it so much and know that it is not even good for you in the first place. But you want it so bad. Now we have to understand that we have to separate ourselves. That's why we have the 10 Commandments. God didn't just write it just for them. He wrote it for all of us. Because back then it wasn't as bad. But for us in the latter days, it is bad. And it helps us. Because idolism is strong in this world. You have concerts of all these different places. We have politics. We have science. We have our cell phones. We have cars. Our homes. Everything around us can be idolized because we fight so much, and it can be put in front of God because we still have to maintain life, because money and everything, we have to survive, understand? But we're not we ourselves living for the Spirit, we have to live not to survive. We have to live for living. We can't live for survival. Because if we're living for survival, we're thinking like, oh, this is the end. This is it. This is it. We have to live like it is going to be a new beginning. Like satisfaction, self-control. That's basically what the Ten Commandments is teaching us. How we can control ourselves. How we cannot want for other things than our cell phones. We're not going to want for if they take things from you. You understand? I don't want to say crucial words. I want you to use your mind. Understand what I'm saying to you. Your basic needs could be against you. And the Ten Commandments is here to help us that. So when we're living for our flesh, it will affect us. But when we're living for our spirit, the Ten Commandments help us. Because you're not going to want your phone. You're not going to, you can still use your feet. You're not going to want the luxury of your car. You still know how to use your brain and provide for your... You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Like, things won't be so crucial for you because we know what to cooperate with one another, because that's why God have us, because we're our brother's keeper. You understand what I'm saying to you? You're not out there sleeping with each other's wives and friends because you're not out there living for the flesh, because you're not doing sexual immoralities, which is one of the Ten Commandments that is strict for abomination. Adultery, because adultery covers all of sexual immoralities. Because God created man and woman, so you shouldn't be out there trying to sleep with your cousin or your sister. Man and man, or woman, you should be out there doing that. Because not only God had for himself, he had other people too. We have to understand that, because if it wasn't so, he wouldn't have pairs of 2 of 7s when he repopulated the animals. Like, as much as they're trying to hide, we have to still use our mind. Because even though they're trying to tell us we're Christians, God said he's coming for 12 tribes. We have to make sense out of nonsense. As much as they try to manipulate us, we have to still be cautious and have discernment so we can understand. That's what we have the Holy Spirit for. So we can understand these things, so we don't be distracted and be led astray. Because it said many would be fooled. We don't want to be fooled, because Christianity, when you break down the word nitty, means foolish. We're not fools. We know God is Hebrew. We know Moses is Hebrew. If we know his sons is Hebrew, how could we not say we are when they say they are? We know Abraham is. How can we not say that we are when they say that they are? We follow the God that they serve. And I believe in the God that they serve. That's my God. So it's in the book that I read that they call the Bible, because in there it says, declare said the Lord. The Lord mean who I give my authority to. We know who we give our authority to, and we have to understand that. Because in this world, and it says that this is a prison. I'm going to go another, and we're going to talk deep about that, but I want to talk about the curse that's upon us. And we have to break free. Because God said we shouldn't have no idols in front of us. That means we shouldn't have nothing We should not have no pictures of him. We should not have no crosses. We should not be having no image of anything that's pertaining to nothing, because he said we should not have that. So if not so, why we have these things? So we should be out here with no crosses. We should be out there with no pictures, because that's not a part of God. If he said, oh, we should not have those things. Because people out there everywhere having these things. And you have people who have Satan carrying these things around their neck also. So how are we carrying these things? We have to use our brain and understand that we are playing a spiritual battle. And if you're not spiritually prepared, you will fall for the nonsense. And we should not be falling for no nonsense. Those crosses, we should not be carrying them. I remember I had one in my Bible and it broke. I had one around my neck and it carried ashes. Like I had rashes around my neck, and it's like, oh, all right. So you're really telling me I should not have this. And he showed me the 10 Commandments. So look, we're going to be in crucial times. And we are already a part of it now. Because it's already happened in other places. Because it's not happening here doesn't mean it's not happening. And we're so distracted by so many things that we don't even see it when even it's coming. There's many people here who already see it and is warning other people. There's already people who is already distracted, who don't even care that it's happening. There's people who caught up in religion, still separated. They still don't even see it coming, because we're fighting against each other. We don't even see the battle that need to be fought. The battle that is supposed to be fighting is against good and evil. That is what the battle is. You call it Armageddon. That's good and evil. That's the battle that we're fighting right now. Okay? We are fighting against the devil, Satan, our body, our temple of God. That's what we are protecting, because our soul is in this body. And we have to live and fight for it, because who we do this soul belongs to, it belongs to God. And we understand that our soul belongs to God. So we have to continue and live our life, because our life belongs to God. Understand what I'm saying to you? We have to live that way, because that's how the life we have to live. I just want to go as deep as possible so you can understand, because alright, guys, it seemed like the time stopped, so I don't want to say too much, but let's leave it as there, and we're going to come back.